about summer snow.
Ready for action, but first we gotta have some healthy breakfast.
I'm excited for the breakfast. I'm gonna need every single piece of this breakfast to keep my energy up. That way we can get all these parts fixed. Today we're heading to the shop.
Very night, when the moon runs down the summer sky, could it be the morning of
We're gonna head to the DIY Arsenal over here in Bremerton, which has been super awesome for us. And we are so thankful that we could find a shop like this. That way we can get the car on the lift when we need to, and we also get all the tools that we need to perform the work. And the expertise of the people there as well. If we need any help, you can ask questions, and they are more than happy to help you. So thank you, Teddy. Shout out to you guys. You ready to sign your life away, babe?
Yeah, I guess so.
One thing about the DIY spot is you have to sign, so that way you're liable and they aren't. I'm okay with that. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to This Van Girl, That Van Guy. This is our other channel from F&A Van Life. On this channel, we're gonna do some alternative van life stuff, whether it's working at a mechanic shop or many other ideas that we have. We're gonna get into it. Today, we are going to be changing the radiator. First job for the radiator is, obviously at this point you probably have driven to the DIY shop yourself or driven the car. If you have to wait for it to cool down or figure out another way to relieve the pressure. You could open the cap slightly and let it relieve itself. I would not recommend that because you could get third-degree burns. You have to remove everything from the front. So you're gonna have to remove your intercooler, you're gonna have to remove a lot of different things. So let's just get into it.
So obviously that van guy is gonna be doing most of the work today, but this van girl is gonna be the assistant.
Yeah, I'll take this assistant any day.
And Paco is going to be hanging out in the van and relaxing.
Paco, stay inside. You're not allowed to come out here. I know you want to help with the build, but you cannot, okay? If you had opposable thumbs, I would let you be the assistant too. Hey, sit your butt. Good boy. First, we need to get the correct tools to remove this front end here. After we remove this front end, we'll be at the condenser for the air conditioner. We'll remove that condenser, pull it off to the side, get everything open so that way we can see this radiator. It's still super hot, by the way. The hell? She don't want to come off.
This is the problem with all of our jobs. It takes an hour to get the screws out.
Might use that one.
That's too small.
Still have to get that one now.
If you are gonna buy a T1 Sprinter, buy it outside of the Rust Belt, please.
There's always something that wants to ship on this van. Always.
And it ain't me.
Yeah, just beat it.
What was that? Oh.
Tomahawk Engineering, Chico speaking. Got it? No? Oh yeah, look at that.
Ooh, Teddy for the
Big
win.
guns. The big guns.
Went down to South Carolina to learn how to make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
That right there, friends, is why you come to a DIY auto mechanic, so that the guys who've done this a million times can do the weird shit for you.
Yeah.
Just 2 screws?
Pretty much.
Dun 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 dun. Make sure you pick up your bolts and put them somewhere safe.
Very important. So the reason why you have to take out this whole front end is due to the fact that this is your radiator back here. So you have to take everything off just to get to it. So we've now removed our condenser coil. We still have to remove the intercooler, which is this one here. And then after removing the intercooler, then we're finally at the radiator that we can take that out and replace it.
Remove any of that stuff?
Just whip it all out. Don't worry about the lines.
Also be advised when you come to the DIY shop, the guy who owns it is very sarcastic, so you can't actually trust anything that he says.
That right there was the secondary fan that cools down the air conditioner as well as the engine when it starts to get very hot.
So right now Frankie's using a screwdriver to get some leverage under the hose so that the hose will pop off the, what did I say?
The intercooler.
The intercooler.
We got it. One step closer. We have our condenser coil out. We have our intercooler out. We have this line taken care of and pulled off. So now the next step is to drain the fluid out. So there should be a plug right back here somewhere. I'm gonna get in there and see, but I think it's right here. This is the plug right where my finger is, right here. It's gonna be very hard to see. So if I undo that, it should allow all the fluid to come out. And we'll throw a pan under there, catch it all, and then we're one step closer.
Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so that was really difficult just to get this piece out. But what it looks like is then you turn it, you see how it's sideways now? And then it looks like the whole piece, will lift up and out. Just like so. So what I have to do right now is I have to get to the plug that is the drain plug for the radiator. So I'm trying to get underneath here, find the best strategic way to get to it. I'm gonna try to use this flathead screwdriver to open it up, and then I'll pull this bucket underneath, that way we don't create a mess when we catch it. Now I gotta start taking off all the hoses. This one up here I think is transmission. Yeah, this one up here I think is transmission. This one down here I think is oil. And then we have another outlet for the antifreeze over here, and that's pretty much it.
So just the final pieces holding it together.
Holding it together, take it out, put it on the side here, and then throw the new one in, get everything in place, tightened up, ready to go. That's it.
She's moving.
Push it out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's try to get all this antifreeze out of here though. Hear it all?
Oh, I can see it spewing. That thing is full.
Yeah, rocking right now, we're rocking. Time to get the radiator back in. I put it in place. The one thing you have to know what to do is, check this out, come down here. So right down here you have these little garments, and those garments is exactly where it sits in place. See how it fell right in? See it there? Make sure you place it right in there, that way it sits right.
So fresh and so clean.
It looks so good, right?
It looks so clean.
Can't wait for it to all be done and ready to go. This one's gonna go to here. So one thing I would recommend is all these little clamps that you have, make sure you have the piece sitting out in an area that it makes it easy to access when you're going to tighten it back up. So one thing I did is, if you come over here, you can see this clamp. I actually flipped it upside down, that way I could just easily tighten it from right here and give myself less work. The best thing that you could do is work on the bottom hose first and then work your way up. So I'm gonna do the lowest hose, tighten everything down, get it good and ready to go, and then I'm gonna work my way up, do the hard lines, and then I know this side is fully tight and I have easy access to each one of them.
He's not just beautiful, he's smart too.
Sometimes. Come in here and I'm gonna tighten up this one here, That way that clamp is on there and ready to go, and I don't have to worry about maneuvering it anywhere. And then I'll do this line right here, that's your hard line, and then I'll do this last top one right in here, and that's it. We'll be good to go. The fan guard always goes, see how you have this like little line right here? It sits directly on top of that, so you make sure you put it back in correctly. We only have one clamp that fits right here to hold it together. There's also supposed to be another one down here on this bottom side, but we don't have one, so we're gonna have to rock it how it is for now. Everything else should sort of hold it in place together anyway, so you should be okay. They did supply 4 new clips with bolt locks in them. So these go on the front face of the radiator. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they go on just like so. Make sure that this back big end is actually on the inside. There you go. That way your bolt has something to lock into.
She looks so like beautiful compared to everything else.
Well, because it's brand new compared to everything else. Everything else is 17, 18 years old. She's still kicking though. That's all that matters.
Make eye contact and give a nod.
Yeah.
How's it going, Frank?
It's going okay, but I forgot to put this piece on.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's only 2.
He literally just finished tightening all the hoses.
It's only 2 screws, so I'll just slide it underneath and screw it in. That's it. We'll be good to go.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Yep.
So which part, so nobody else forgets?
This little guard, it's just a guard. It goes underneath and it allows the other intercooler to sit on top of it. That way it guards it. Yeah.
The guards things?
The guard stuff. Sweet, we got the guard under there. I'm glad I noticed it before I went any further, because that would have sucked. Right now we're putting in the intercooler. So we are getting the hoses on right now, but this is not an easy task because of how tight everything is. And then we're gonna slide the hose over the top of this.
Is this to the ready?
No, this is to the intercooler from the turbo. A little wiggle up. It's all in place, right? We're gonna tighten that bad boy down right now. So the hose that I just tightened, you have to make sure that that hose is actually pretty significantly tight due to the fact that that's where the air from the turbo comes. And if you have any breaks in that air line, it's gonna sound like a freight train is coming through. 2, 3, 4. Those look all the same, right? I think those are all them.
We probably should have like organized or marked which bolts were which.
Well, I tried to
Because now it's just a game of throwing them back in.
1,
His system's working out really well.
3, 4. These are all the same size.
Those 2 are missing washers though. I don't think we would have.
There's a washer, and then is there one more like that? I would definitely suggest making sure that when you're taking things off, that you're putting your screws in particular places so you know what goes to what.
Or taking photos of the whole thing.
Photos is definitely a must. I'm gonna add the coolant to the system. That way I can make sure that all the tubing that I have is actually sealed, hopefully.
Wow.
And we'll go from there. Fill me, they said.
How much do you need?
Gonna probably take both of these, but you see anything dripping on the floor?
Just the stuff that you drip.
Nothing from any of the hoses. Gave me only 2 at the store, but I definitely need more than 2. I need at least 3 of the coolants. That way we could fill up our whole entire system, radiator, and whatever is spilt out. Paco here. Sorry, we forgot to film an outro. So we hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one.